Well, hello there, and, well, I've modified my audio settings again, since someone keeps saying it's absolute garbage. So I've made myself a bit louder. If it's too loud, just turn the audio down on the video itself. But anyway, this is my take on the try-hard build of the meta. So, this is like the setup I'd go if I saw they were being extensively try-hard. If I saw I could probably go for a trade, I'd probably just two-hand the Claymore. Now, the build itself is actually, well, it's got the Prisoner's Chain, as any build this day does. Life Ring +3, Ring of Favour +3, and Havel's Ring +3, which isn't effective, but I sort of need it for all the equipment I'm carrying. It could be better if I hard swapped. But Howled Legion Leggings, Winged Knight Gauntlets, Lothric Knight Armour, and Cathedral Knight Helm. Now, the Cathedral Knight's actually sort of bad in terms of poise for its weight, I believe. Either that or they've buffed it recently. But regardless, there's quite a lot that I could have worn instead, I think. But overall decided I'll just go and look like a Crusader. But anyway, so I've actually gone for a Lightning Claymore and Lightning Lothric Sword instead of a Dark set of the two. And my reasoning beyond this is actually that the Black Knight Shield is weaker to lightning damage, and so are most people absorption wise, though their flat defense against it tends to be decent enough. If you look at my defenses, for example, lightning is a little weaker absorption wise, even though I haven't optimized my defenses. I'm very resilient against anything physical. Dark I'm sort of weak to. Lightning is my weakest. And I find that's a theme that seems to continue for me. Oh, he's cocky, okay. You want to play that way then? Come on. Cocky players. You want to be cocky? What? Okay, he just roll out of that. He is going to play passive, I know that. I can't really roll catch for this. Well done. But anyway, so I don't think I showed up the stats, so you could probably go back and pause if you need them. But yes, I've actually gone with Lightning. And even if the damage of Dark is greater against an unblocked enemy, I don't feel particularly threatened by it, because it's a little bit more skill is going to do you better. Now, the other thing is, I'm not entirely sure, well, it should in theory chip more for the Black Knight Shield, since Dark has 11 points more of defense, or guard absorption, against Dark than it does Lightning, which is the main reason I went with Lightning. And I thought, you know, it'd be something different. And because it actually, in theory, requires less points, only going up to 40 instead of 30-30. Okay, well, he's doing that. I guess I'll do that as well. Okay. You want to play like that, how do you? This guy has already annoyed me. I'm not going to block everything you do. I'll drink some blue. Or not. Oh, he parried me and not a horn at me. Okay, he literally predicted me there. But a point down. What's his name? JC. Well, I've got to keep that in mind, because he won't let me put on regen, but he'll put on regen, so... Lesson learnt there. Let's play with the Claymore a bit, though. If I see him again, though, I'll probably just rush at him with the straight sword and just R1 mash him a bit. If he has the Caestus out, I'm not gonna... Hopefully I won't fall to that again. But anyway... Don't like that type of player. So, yeah, I don't tend to like one-handing the weapon at all. The only time I will is if there's a very specific set of items in my offhand. Or if I need to block and I feel I can then roll catch with the one-handed moveset. Because one-handed moveset feels alright for that. Also it feels alright for some other stuff if I know I'm not going to do certain things. And that's a very interesting build you got there. I thought it was to stay harp, is it? No. That does come out pretty damn fast now. Oh, I can sometimes roll catch for that. The A does very little oh, gonna poise, are we? Ooh! Someone likes their fun weapons there. I can like that. And that's... Ooh! Good game, in all honesty. But yeah, I like the stance R1 on this now because it feels like it has pretty good range. I mean, it takes you a step forward, and if you know what you're doing, you can do what I did and hit someone out of an attack like that. Because I think it does pretty good poise damage as well, and once the poison it does start, it is alright. Like, damage is a bit better in an R1. You're not going to combo it, so it's basically for if you know you're not going to get the R1s in. And I'll be honest, I could have probably got the R1s in, but I wasn't sure. So, decided I'll go for what I think has more range and more poise. Plus, I've come out of rolls and roll court with it before as well, though that's quite rare. It's mainly when they just think, oh, he's going to do a rolling R1, and instead I just come out with that. And what on earth is this? Silver Knight using a Black Knight weapon. Heresy. Silver Knight set is quite resilient, isn't it? The range. I like his rolling R1s, doesn't he? The range. Fine, I'll do one. Yeah, I do have issues fighting Orctras with just a Claymore, and the reason for that is I can't actually, well, I can space a bit, but with latency I don't like doing it, and so I'm not very confident with it and don't tend to go in for punishes quite as quickly as I could. And often, if they're actually smart about what they're doing, only doing the first R1, the recovery on the first R1 is incredibly low compared to the second R1, which means they can often roll out of it, and I think the same applies to most weapons. The second R1's recovery is so much greater that that's where you not roll catch, where you hit them and punish, where if you try it on the first R1, it's a significant deal more difficult to do so. And what's this then? I was about to say profane, okay, come at me then. You're getting at the Farron. That was a bit of latency, and I have a feeling you're Asian. Caught me before. I'm not even sure what happened there. I'm converting them out of poise, but they're out-damaging me because of jankiness. And that, you could see the delay there. They swung past, then it wasn't a super delay. But it was enough to be of note. And yeah, this weapon I do have issues out in spacing, because it's such a janky weapon. And yeah, they have such latency. I don't like fighting it, and I can't poise trade after that first one. Of course, the Steam account's called Merlin, has an anime picture, and is probably China? China. I don't like fighting Chinese players. It's just purely the latency, it's not fun. I should have just pulled out the straight sword and just been annoying. Because just screw the AIDS is latency in fighting Asian players in general. It's just not a fun game. If that occurs, encounter an Asian, just all fun goes out the window. All logic goes out the window, even. Like, I could try getting more poise and trading them and forcing it, and see, winning there, because it's Slifaran meme sword. But still, it's not fun. Oh, I wonder what you're gonna do. Is it just a yeah, they're just gonna do running attacks all day, aren't they? It's a magic crystal infused, even. Good try. You expect me to go in for the punish? Pretty smart. Okay. Do that. I can still block the majority of it. Ooh, I thought that would get them. Come on. Do it. Got ya. Brave using it now that it's been nerfed a bit, but still. Isn't magic one of my weaknesses as well? Yeah, pretty heavily weak in the flat defense department. But yeah, flat defense against lightning tends to be quite high because most people have good endurance. But absorption is lower. But technically I'll fare better against a meta build with this, for the fact that my dark defense is extremely good compared to what their lightning defense will be. Like, well, the flat defenses might be equal. I'm guaranteed to at least match it. And then there's the absorptions. And if I've built a little better, I'd probably have very good dark absorption. But I've decided I'll make a little bit of a sacrifice for a tad of fashion. After all, fashion is very good, isn't it? Yorick. Gales. Someone considers that a pretty good weapon. He has very high defense. Went for the wrong one. See, first R1 you can roll out of very quickly. Did I just poise through that with a roll? Can use the shield here, could go and regen, but I'm not that much of a fag. Yet you just R1, he just spaces me very well. And also, that fashion's a bit similar to what I have on one of my builds. I recognise the name Yorick as well. Have I encountered them before? I can't remember. But yeah, this build is certainly not good against what he had. We can both poise through another greatsword, but he has the substantial advantage in terms of damage in the weapon art combo. And he started just outspacing me, because passiveness wins in this game. Which is probably one of its greatest downfalls in my opinion. How they've designed the PvP is atrocious. Because you can just win by playing ultra passive. You don't have to have... If you're aggressive, you tend to lose, and I like being aggressive. The only class that you can really be viably aggressive with is curved straight swords. Curved straight swords, that'd be a bit of an enigma, wouldn't it? I should probably just put the Caestus on, because I'm not blocking the Black Knight shield. Buff build. Twin swords, come on. I wonder what he's going to try and do. Is it combo me? Look, I'll just stay here. An R1 mash, not getting hit. And then be feeling quite cheated. Like that. I'm quite sure that was not what was intended. Because, in all honesty, I should have probably got more than just an R1. And I should... Okay, I'm fucking upset now. You are not allowed to do... It's Asian. I'm certain of it, because my connection's been upgraded. Yeah, you're gonna parry spam now, are you? Well done. Oh, he's playing passive. Latency. Latency, everyone. Latency and poor connection. This is why I feel cross-region matchmaking should actually be significant, but in reality all it does is stops you playing with Japanese players. It won't actually stop you from playing with Chinese players. It's weird. Basically, Japanese can be either totally sanctioned off or they can play with everyone else. There's no in between. And at the point I'm playing, there's only the Asians or some early Europeans on at the moment, so not the most optimised, I suppose. Time to play. I mean, it isn't often that bad, but some of these players, you've probably seen what I mean as are having quite the latency issues. I could probably try one hand in the claymore at one point, and oh look, a parry lord. Oh, you want to hit me with that? I'm not stupid like the majority of the player base. Thank you very much. Outspacing that is going to be somewhat difficult. Like, I could try and outpoise it, but I don't... Yeah, like... What is your... What have you done to take that much damage? He has to be his lightning clutch. Just... What on earth was that? Lightning clutch? It had to be. But even that doesn't seem right with how little damage he was doing. What the hell? That was just weird, to be honest. Like, I didn't expect any of that to occur. But anyway, I hope I've... Well, I probably haven't shown it off that well, because I've died a lot. Compared to, you know, what you would expect of a meta build. Come on, bud. Let's go. Ornstein cosplayer. You know what? I'm not going to go try hard on you. Ooh. It might be a bit of latency. But, well done. You're one-handing it and everything. He hasn't even got a catalyst. He's just going for it. Oh, how was that not a trade? There's definitely some latency here. Like, his hits are not delayed, mine are. Finally got the trade I was looking for. Oh, he definitely knew what he's doing. I'm not going to throwing knife him, he deserves better than that. Oh, well done there. Only issue is he was an Eldritch, but... Well, might have been an Eldritch, might have been a Farron. I think both are the exact same. And yeah, you can actually combo those just like on the straight sword. Which is something I've realised that can sometimes work if they don't go to punish immediately. With the, on the R2 one. Because if they don't go to punish immediately, you can get a nice trade in with that one. And it should, in theory, match equally with most things. The only thing I'd say would outtrade it would be a Ultra. Which is the one that you're most likely to get a trade with. But it can be a good way to deal with them. If they're... Well, you don't really see shield turtles anymore, do you? Another buff sellswords. That's not up in flesh. Wait, does he know? Oh, he's going up again. He's basically set himself up. Ooh, if I delay it a bit, maybe in the future I can... Oh, that was lovely. An R1 would have done it, but that's a lot more stylish. I like my style. I wonder if you can... Yeah, you can. You can indeed trade combo both of those as well. And the hyper armor on the R2 does start quite quickly. Similar to a straight sword, it just doesn't have quite the same characteristics as it. An inferior range, which is laughable in my opinion. It shouldn't have inferior range at all. Anyway, let's see. 1 or 2 more matches and I should be done. But anyway, I do definitely like playing with a great sword more on sword and board, but the sword and board is there if I have to. Like, I've encountered a few people who have given me hate mail for switching to the sword and board from the Claymore, which was, to say the least, hilarious. And that's a Falchion, isn't it? N. Just N. Oh dear. I feel sorry for this person, to be honest. And, oh, that would have been... R1 mash? R1 mash. I had some respect for you, and then you just did that. And I'm not sure how any of that didn't hit you, so you know what? Fine. We'll play like that. We'll regen. He won't let me get the regen off, I feel. I'm just gonna do that, because that connection sort of just failed. But yeah, I think if I do this, and then this, I might be able to roll catch a bit better. Because I haven't actually landed it, as of yet. Like, I've landed it once or twice when they don't roll, because they think I'm out of stamina or something. And then I just follow up with that and have fun. Now, if I delay it a bit, then I might be able to roll catch in the future. That could be a good use of it. Because it does have a fair bit of range on it. You, like, can't escape it easily with one roll. And it does do more damage if I caught with a... than if I caught with an R1, unless the R1 would combo. Which it could well do. Oh. Okay. I'll just, collapse. I wonder why that occurred. I wonder how many players have actually blocked me in this. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if someone's blocked me over just me beating them too many times. Because it has occurred. Once or twice. And it's a mixture of amusing, but also a mixture of just saddening. To know that you've beaten someone so much that they've blocked you because they can't be willing to admit that they've lost. Or that they're not good enough. What's this? A Havel monster. Oh boy. What's he using? That's a Claymore as well, isn't it? Trade. He did expect only the one. That R1. He's winning so far. He's using it one-handed. Instead of a R1, I could try doing the R2. Go on, use all your firebombs then. Oh, I did charge star 2. And it's a Hornet Ring. Well, I didn't do charge star 2, I just did rolling attack R2. Oh, lovely. Thank you. I totally appreciate losing to that and then getting a point down. What do I do if I encounter that again? Do I just go and get the straight sword out, or do I continue with the claymore? I should have probably got the straight sword out after a while. And the R2 out of a roaring attack is... You can't use it as a mix-up, because look at this. Delay. Slight delay, and it's the exact same timing. If you can parry the roaring attack, you'd have to do charged R2 out of the roaring attack, or partially charged. There's no way otherwise, because they'll just parry you otherwise. Oh, lovely. Lorians. Why are you already... Ah, look, we've got another very cocky one, have we? Come on, then. Or you're just going to backpedal all day. Come on. Well done. You're running away like a pansy. Is he just going to do R1? Well done. If all he's going to do is that, I'm just going to waste his time then. I'll go and beat it for this. Come on. You want to be passive? We can play passive. Fine. He's just this type of player. Just aids. If you're gonna R1 mash, just get lost with that. Damn peasantry. And anyway, I'm going over the few duels I wanted, but I want another one or two. I don't see any harm in it. And who knows, maybe I'd encounter JC or Huey again. I'm not even sure you pronounce it as Huey. Huey? H-U-I. I'm not sure how you'd pronounce that. Yeah, those players have left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth after that, because I felt that in both cases I've done stupid shit that got me killed. But the one using Havels just infuriates me. Nameless again. Aren't you the one that took like infinite amounts of damage? In all honesty, I R1'd a bit there, didn't I? I've got throwing knives too, bud. I went in for that with the weapon art instead of this, and that got me punished. Ooh. Yeah, you take a really high bloody lightning damage this one. I'm not sure why, but he does have a lot of health. I'm certainly not doing that well with the build, am I? Or rather, not too well with roll. I mean, I've only lost like 3 or... Is it 3 matches out of however many I've done? I don't know. My memory is awful, and so is my bloody capacity to think right now. Should probably make a proper Crusader build, just a pure physical weapon, or maybe even Blessed for a laugh. And just practice with that. It would just be Claymore, purely Claymore. Oh, he bows. I guess I'll bow at the start for once. And then he applied Deep Protection. Oh boy. Oh, you want the parry, do you? Well done. That trade. Ooh. Ho, 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 ho. Ooh. He knows what he's doing, without a doubt. That is how you do it. They expect to be able to punish you, and even with his timing, he couldn't get that in. And he was pretty quick on it as well. But yep, this came out and hammered him. It was basically like a golf club swing. And it has very good tracking as well. I think it's better than the regular R1s for that type of purpose, if they go right behind you. But yeah, there'll be one last duel and then I'll probably end this. Because it's gone on for a little longer than 30 minutes already, so I do need to end it soon enough. And then I have to practice with the Firelink a bit more, because, of course, tomorrow is going to be the day where I'm in that tournament, and I'm probably going to regret it. Either way, I will just say one last thing on this build. Yep, I suck using it at times. I'm not the greatest player in the world, but I wouldn't even say it. What the hell am I looking at? Full Phantom Armor. Yep. Remove everything. We've got a hacker. And he just removed my controls, and where would you look at that? He's gone. Completely wasted my time. Might have damaged my save file, which would make me revert, which would be mildly annoying. We'll have to check. I removed all my equipment, clapped to him, and then left. Are my stats the same? Looks alright. Yeah, that's the issue with this game. You have those. He did break the Caestus and the Filianor's Shine, because those have a bloody no durability. But it could have been much worse, I suppose. The rest of my armor seemed to have survived, which was nice. But yeah, that guy was not the nicest of people, was he? Especially not how I want it to end, but I haven't got a say in it, have I? So let's go and sort out the issue by repairing some of these weapons. I shouldn't have any issues because damage looks normal, stats look normal. Looks identical to before, because I definitely recall having those stats. Absorption seems normal. I don't think he did anything other than attempt to break equipment. Which is sort of good, because I've had my save file buggered by a hacker before, so that was not fun. And anyway, so this is the end of the video, after our little encounter with a hacker. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye for now.